almost met the moon sharks. I just started recording by accident. That's going in the video. Hello and welcome to the third episode of Cartoon Catastrophes, the show where we talk about the absolute worst the animation medium has to offer. My name is John Carl Barth. I am the founder of Narukino Productions.
And I am Darren Logue, and as this video, I am currently working on Season 5 of my video game reviews. I'm going to be looking at some Game Boy titles this season, so go check those out after you finish this video.
I'm Trent Nichols, and I'm still scratching my head about this movie.
I'm Shane McCarthy, stage name Snarky McCarthy. Current personal YouTube channel and social media accounts are on a hiatus. Hopefully that will be reversed at some point.
So, today we watched Monster Family.
Only when happy they are, human they will become again.
And I know one thing.
Okay, so this is another one of those foreign, Pixar / DreamWorks knockoffs that are all a dime a dozen on various streaming services like Tubi, because of course it's fucking Tubi. And it is a little bit of a knockoff of Hotel Transylvania. Knockoff of Despicable Me, and it's obviously not very good, otherwise we wouldn't be talking about it on this show.
And in the credits, it apparently said that was based on a book.
In fact, the author of the book
Wait,
co-wrote the script.
That's what I'm saying.
Really?
Okay.
Interesting.
Also, on top of that, this was a German-British co-production.
Okay. Well, the British doesn't surprise me. That's it. Yeah, so you can tell it's foreign because a lot what are you guys looking at?
Apparently the movie has a sequel.
I can verify that.
But anyway, this movie being a German-British production makes a lot of sense because a lot of the time the lit movements of the animation don't sync up.
Stop it!
And even though the characters are, we've discovered, definitely supposed to be American, they all have English accents.
Oh, hi. I want your teeth.
Excuse me.
Your fake vampire teeth. You see, I've been looking everywhere. You are my last hope.
The houses looked like San Francisco.
Yeah, the beginning kind of looked like San Francisco, and that perception was kind of aided a little bit by the fact that there's a hippie character. More on her later. But it's New York, and over the course of the movie it starts to look more like New York, to be fair. But we know that for certain because at one point, Trent, you noticed a school bus in the background of a shot that said New York School District. So we have an exact location. And everybody in this movie, regardless of that, speaks in an English accent.
They even use British-English terminology.
There's a part where a guy gets his freaking pants ripped off, and he says,
trousers!
"Me trousers!"
Oh, no, my trousers! Oh! If you know that reference, thank you.
It's especially weird because, right before that point, they were trying really hard to make that character seem American because he was, playing basketball and had on his backwards hat and saying, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, something.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
He passes Kobe Bryant, leaves LeBron James in the dust, and he scores!
I'm American. Basketball. This is closer to the kind of movie I was hoping we would find on this show. I said that also in one of the early episodes of Tubi Trash.
And that became our most popular video on this channel.
This, I wouldn't say it's, among the absolute best of good, bad animated movies that I've seen.
This is a movie that exists.
It's insane enough to be entertaining. It's not.
Oh, totally.
It isn't.
We can say it's entertaining.
It isn't absolute peak, but it's like
It can get you through the day.
Yeah, you could do much, much worse. I'm gonna say right off the bat, this movie, not so much the animation, but like the art style of this movie legitimately looks AI generated.
Yes.
And we know it wasn't because it's from 2017 and AI wasn't that sophisticated yet at that point. But it's uncanny how much it looks like modern day AI generated like Pixar art or cartoon art or whatever. Everything's way too vibrant. The cartoonishness and the brightness are turned up to the absolute nth degree. It's to the point where I joked that this and movies like it might just be where generative AI programs like that got their data from, because it is uncanny. Like, even down to the little details, like how the background looks just a little bit too fuzzy and not all of the details are quite right. Or like whenever there's like a sparkle effect, it's too sharp and doesn't match the rest of the art style. And it's from 2017, so there's no way they could have known. So I don't.
And this thing, if what I read is correct on Wikipedia page, this had like a mid-range budget when converted to USD. So
what was the budget?
I think it was around like $30 or $40 million, or 20.
Wow.
Let me just double check to make sure.
And to be fair, like, because I remember Ainbo, the last movie we did for this show, had a budget of 10 million, I think, and I can understand this having a bigger budget than that, because it did, to be fair, on a purely animation technical level, did look better. I wouldn't say it looked good, but like, it's more textured. I already outlined the problems with the art style, but like, animation-wise, it is a lot more fluid. The textures are more real-looking. Not saying much, but it's
a movie!
So, if what I read is correct on Wikipedia, the first film had a budget around 30 million USD, the sequel had 40 million.
Okay. Still higher than I would have expected, but like, again, higher than Ainbo makes sense.
Must have been for the voice cast, honestly.
I know that Nick Frost plays Frankenstein monster character, and
Catherine Tate plays Baba Yaga.
Freaking Emily Watson voices the protagonist,
lady.
The mother.
That fucking flabbergasted me, because she's in like not just real movies, but like real movies. Like, she's in fucking Breaking the Waves, and like
she was in the miniseries Chernobyl.
She's in like actually really good shit most of the time. Like, she's an actress I actually
really
like.
She was also in Monster Family.
And she was also in fucking Monster Family.
I mean, yeah, this is somebody who has like a very extensive career, and even though it's still in good films, including like
she was nominated for an Olivier Award.
Small things like these from, I think it was like 2024, at least when that released in the US, if you know about that film.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Hi. Do you work at the mechanic?
No,
They're not open yet.
they don't get open until 8 o'clock.
Is it okay if I leave my car, you think?
Her coming to this movie reminds me a little bit of a story I actually once heard about Bob Hoskins in Super Mario. So Bob Hoskins was playing Super Mario. He hated the script. He said to himself on stage, I was King Lear once. What am I doing? Emma Watson was nominated for an Olivier Award.
Emma Watson's a different actress.
That's so I meant.
But the character is named Emma, so it's an easy mistake.
Clearly, Emily Watson didn't have as miserable of a time doing Monster Family as Bob Hoskins doing Super Mario Bros. Because I noticed that when you were looking up the sequel, Emily Watson was on the cast list for the sequel.
I mean, she might have just done it for the paycheck.
I mean, also, it's much safer to be standing behind a microphone in a studio than to be on an actual physical set, especially if you do any kind of sort of stunts.
Okay, future trend here, but I just realized something we forgot to talk about, and that is that Dracula was played by Jason Isaacs. Jason Isaacs was in The Patriot, and he was also in Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was Admiral Zhao. Admiral Zhao played Dracula. I just thought it would be funny to point that out.
If we can try to describe the plot of this thing,
There was a plot?
the problem is that there was too much fucking plot.
Yes.
The problem is that Dracula's an incel.
Yeah, yes.
This is
movie-
the war.
This whole movie exists because Dracula is an incel. I wish I was exaggerating.
Let us play.
Bizarrely, they try to make Dracula a modern...
Likeable.
A modern super... No, they don't try to make him likable. They try to make him like a modern day like
not
supervillain. He reminded all of us of Syndrome, we kept remarking, from The Incredibles.
I was just hoping to hear Jason Lee's voice whenever he saw Emma and the husband and the kids. Oh, and you got busy.
It's a whole family of monsters.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that on paper, the idea of like Dracula modernizing and like implementing technology into his plans after having been alive for 1,000 years or whatever kind of sounds like it could have been interesting on paper.
It probably has been done better somewhere else.
Probably. I do think the design of his lair and everything and his technology he uses does look kind of cool at times.
It looks like the Buster Sword.
It reminds
The what?
even if a lot of it feels like it's almost like lifted from Batman. Like
Yeah,
the
it's-
Batcave.
Remember
Like
I
he has,
said it looked
he
like-
has his own Batwing and
I
a
was gonna say
Batjet,
from
and
Crisis
he has his
Core.
own jet,
Oh,
and he also has a
No,
mechanized
Crisis
suit that has rocket
Crisis Core
boosters,
from
even
Crisis
though
7.
he's later confirmed to actually
Can you
fly
understand that?
in the film and actually can morph into a bat hybrid creature, so I just have more questions.
I kind of liked the way the suit looked. I'm not gonna lie.
It looked like a suit.
It wasn't great. It wasn't the best I've seen, but like it looked by this movie's standards kind of cool.
Yes.
That's the biggest compliment I can give it.
Where is my super suit?
He goes into his lair that's like hidden in a door in a waterfall. Again, supervillain.
First thing
Just
we
roll with
see,
it.
by the way.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm attempting to describe it from the beginning. So he is a bat for a while and then flies in there. And by the way, I'm guessing that's why all the Batman references were there. Because he turns into a bat. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, and he has minions. Like, literally he has minions, and also, like, he has minions in the sense that they're blatant knockoffs of, like, the minions from Despicable Me. Like, he has these little bats that do his bidding, and they're the cutesy comic relief annoying characters that were oh so popular at the time this came out, and that everybody had to try and copy. And
And of course, they don't really talk; they just make noises.
yeah. So he gets a phone call from a woman who later turns out to be our protagonist.
Emily Watson.
Emma, played by Emily Watson. The character's name is Emma. It's never explained how she got the number, but for some reason she thinks that she's calling a costume shop, like, so she can dress as a vampire for Halloween.
Was this even a Halloween movie in the sense that
Kinda.
Sorta.
That's what I...
like was it supposed to be Halloween?
But yeah, anyway, somehow she, like,
Yes.
mixed up the number for a costume shop with the number for, like,
Make it clear.
Dracula himself. And so
Yeah, it's not every day that happens.
through
it's 1269, not 1296.
what I don't know. Anyway, somehow, and well, if she just got the wrong number, it would be a really weird coincidence that she's looking for a vampire costume and she just so happens to call an actual vampire. But anyway, somehow via just a phone call, Dracula falls for her and wants to like try and seduce her. So he sends a witch named Baba Yaga to try and turn her into an actual vampire after she has her costume on. There's a contrived reason why he can't do it himself, like, because she literally just straight up asks in her shitty Russian accent,
Dracula, you are. Why not simply bite her yourself?
and he says,
If I bite her, she will lose her soul. And her soul is exquisite.
why? What does having a soul even, like, actually entail in this context?
By the way, she's a ginger. She already doesn't have a soul.
But, like, seriously, it's never really actually explained what that means or why it's important. It's just, like, a contrived plot thing to make it
I'm
less...
a ginger.
Or like how indeed like somehow it's very dependent on the magic caster's specific like a mortal state.
Yeah.
Like it's just something that's just brought up and then they just move on. If you like, if it's one thing that he just can't really do magic, okay, that'd be fine.
But he does do a little bit of magic here. and
Yeah,
there,
so that just brings up more questions.
And then the having a soul thing does come back later, but it's also just kind of for the sake of a plot convenience, and it's also not really entirely explained what it means, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So the family are all dressed up as monsters.
One of them is a delinquent. One of them is a genius, and he looks like Simon and Theodore from the Chipmunks rolled into one.
Yeah, the young son character is supposed to be like a child prodigy, and yeah, it's a little bit uncanny how like the character, like his character design legitimately kind of just looks like a human version of Simon mixed with Theodore.
Yeah.
I don't know how purposeful that was, but there it is.
And the dad is
a
workaholic, sleep-deprived Nick Frost.
So they all dress up to go to this like costume party thing. And the mom's a vampire, like I said. The dad is
Frankenstein's monster.
The son is a werewolf. The daughter, who's that character,
the delinquent.
Probably, she's like the most over the top characterization of like the spoiled teenager who hates her parents that I have ever seen.
Yes.
No matter what I do, you think I'm embarrassing. When I put on makeup, I'm embarrassing. When I don't, I'm embarrassing. When I wear a miniskirt, I'm embarrassing.
No, then you're not embarrassing.
I'm not.
You're just really sad.
Anyway, but she is a mummy. So, and of course the whole time she's complaining like, oh, this is so stupid. Because teenager. Anyway, they go to this party where it turns out they're mistaken for the band at the party, and they play their instruments and they're bad at it, and it's not funny at all.
Yeah, and they don't even think of saying, hey, we're not the band. After realizing
it's like it's a contrived misunderstanding. It's stupid.
It's one of the most tired jokes I've ever seen.
I realized I should have gotten that hard lemonade.
So,
me too.
Because they're all in costumes, they all, by this witch, accidentally get turned into their respective monsters. And wacky hijinks ensue.
Theoretically.
There's a chase scene that goes on for way too fucking long between the vampire mom and the witch.
Baba Yaga.
Also, one weird point when they're chasing across the rooftops, like Baba Yaga's character model kind of employs like this squash and stretch motion that's only used once and never again in the movie at all. It just goes on like almost 8 minutes.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if they wanted to try to get an Endless Runner tie-in game on the iOS.
I kept making references to Subway Surfers during that scene.
The witch tries to escape to, what did she call it? Oculus
Ladrone?
Oculus Ladrona?
No, Oculus Landra.
Sorry, sweetie. Alone I travel to Oculus Londra.
Which is located in like London somewhere.
It's the London Eye.
But she keeps accidentally... Oh yeah, it is the London Eye. And she keeps accidentally teleporting to the wrong place. Like a million fucking times during this movie. We just cut away from our main characters, back to her, and she just goes...
Not Londra, this is
not Oculus Londra, I must try again. And it's the exact same... it's the exact same joke every time, and it's never funny. Is that when they try to actually go to London?
Yes.
So it falls... Yeah, after like that chase scene, they eventually start trying to make their way towards London. And with it, out of nowhere comes this ability that I have no idea if any mythology involving mummies has ever been established. Mind control.
You have to let us on that plane. You have to.
No problem. And I'll upgrade you to first class.
They're going through the airport, trying to get on a flight to London, I guess, so they can follow the witch so she can turn them back.
Mm-hmm. Also joined by a hippie.
Yeah. I don't know what her relation to them was. Is she like an aunt?
I have no idea. Is she a grandma? Is she an aunt? Is she a... I don't know.
She's very stereotypical hippie.
Her whole personality is just hippie.
She's a woman.
Like...
Okay. That was never up for debate, dude. Character design made it very clear.
Yeah. I don't know how... We never really find out how she's related to them, or even if she's actually, like, blood related to them. She kind of just tags along and acts as comic relief.
Don't know, don't care.
But, like, yeah, and her whole personality is just, oh, peace and love, man. I like yoga, and whatever.
Yeah, the mummy girl has hypnotism powers.
Yeah, when they're in the airport, obviously everybody thinks it's... Or not everybody, because most of the people in the airport don't notice them somehow. But
or just don't care.
But the lady at the ticket place, whatever it is,
At the front desk.
at the front desk, like, is weirded out by the whole thing, and the daughter accidentally hypnotizes her into giving them first-class tickets. Yeah, it's like we were saying. We don't know of any fictional universe or anything in which mummies are able to hypnotize people, which, like, I guess maybe you could play devil's advocate and say that, okay, they're making their own mythology, they can just make stuff up. But the hypnotism, like, barely gets used, like, once in the movie. Or
that scene. And hypnotism
No,
is a
I mean-
vampire power, not a mummy power.
I was gonna say it gets used again once in the movie, throughout the entire movie, and it's literally like minutes after the first one, and it never gets brought up again.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, like, especially also another thing that's been that's thrown away is for some reason the dad character has this like tendency to fart all the time. But after like the first half of the film, it basically just vanishes.
Maybe the writers got sick of making him fart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you really complaining that they stopped doing the fart jokes?
I'm relieved, but if you're gonna commit to it, stick to it. I mean, Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy stuck to their fart jokes from the beginning of the episode to the end of an episode.
I'm sorry. The part that I didn't like about the fart jokes was the fact that the cloud was green.
Yeah, they made a green
Yeah,
cloud.
there's like an actual visible green cloud around him whenever
even
he
when
farts.
he is farting in his human form.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and as for the other time the hypnotism comes up, there are these, like, models who are traveling to a photo shoot somewhere, and this does come back later, believe it or not, and they are annoying to the daughter. The daughter's name is Faye. They are annoying to Faye somehow or another. I don't really remember the details. And she hypnotizes them into thinking that they are monkeys and that the casting directors, or whatever her role is, her, like, lipstick is a banana. And it's the only other time hypnotism gets used in the movie. It's a plot contrivance and a random one-off gag that they didn't even need to be in that beginning part of the movie. Like, you could have just introduced them at the later part where they actually, you know...
We'll get to it.
We'll get there, but, like, that's the only time when they actually affect anything, is during that scene where they show up later. But
we'll talk about
we'll get
later.
Yeah, we'll talk. Definitely. So when they're on the plane, Dracula teleports in or something. They never actually make it clear how he got there, but I'm guessing he just
stops
like,
the flight midair.
Yeah, he.
Seemingly.
Well, does he?
I don't think he does.
We know he like freezes the people on board.
But it's not made clear, especially through the animation, if the plane is frozen as well.
Yeah. So like.
Oh no, the plane isn't frozen. I remember because.
When they're about to jump out.
Yeah, they're about to jump out. First of all, it doesn't act like it would when you open a door at 35,000 feet.
It's too strong a pressure seal to do that.
Oh yeah, and in case you're wondering how she's able to survive in sunlight, that's the other thing about souls in this movie.
Because she has a soul.
There are legends that say vampires with souls might be able to survive contact with the sun.
And it's literally just for plot convenience reasons, just so she can walk around in daytime. And Dracula apparently doesn't have a soul. That's why he needs his wetsuit-looking thing, because it protects him from the sun. So he steals her away and flies him with his unnecessary rocket boots, even though he can fucking fly, because we saw him do it earlier, towards his, like, Batwing knockoff thing. And he tries to, like, seduce her.
And also, there is a fire pit in the plane.
I'm not gonna think too hard about that, because I think even I'm not that nitpicky. But
I'm not nitpicky either. I'm just
again,
like, why is there a fire pit in midair?
So he tries to like seduce her, and we're shown from the beginning that their family is a dysfunctional disaster, and somehow he knows that, I guess. So he's like, oh, were you really happy with them? You'd be much happier here with me.
So gaslighting.
And here's the crazy thing, because he's a villain. Of course he's gonna do stuff like that. But here's the crazy thing. She actually, like, goes along with it for a second. After having known this guy for, like, minutes, and after having been kidnapped by him minutes earlier, she almost goes along with it.
It could be wonderful. Oh.
Can your husband offer you anything like that?
Well, we did play Scrabble on a Tuesday night last May for no particular reason.
Insert 365 days joke here.
Yeah, for real. Like, even calling it Stockholm Syndrome is generous. because it literally happens after just like a couple minutes.
And even
yeah,
then,
it is kind of like 365 Days Now. You mention it.
And even then, like this film, like so many characters in these films just reek of predatory.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, well, Dracula is kind of predatory from the beginning, but you can kind of almost forgive the movie for that a little bit because he's supposed to be the villain.
Yeah, it's not the only predatory example of Dracula.
There is one scene where he kind of crosses the line for a kids movie, but for the most part, Dracula himself being predatory, that's kind of his character, has been from the beginning. I can kind of forgive it a little bit, aside from that one later scene.
It's also part of his essence, of like his lore, honestly.
Yeah. So
that he's an incel?
No, that he's like rather predatory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And salacious.
So an incel.
So how does she gets away somehow? I don't remember the details.
Oh no, trapdoor. She was
Smithers.
she just wasn't obedient enough, or not willing to go along with it. He decides to open a trapdoor and just dump her right into conveniently like the London Canal,
like the River Thames.
Is that where he decides to destroy the world? Because if so, that's where the
yes,
that rejection that rejects,
and that's where the science comes in.
He has like this very special kind of snowflake that when it touches, I think, fire or something, or just like when it's commanded to do something or touch some kind of surface, it's able to instantly freeze things. And his idea, which in a way was also kind of teased at the beginning, like during a school scene with the kid prodigy, take this snowflake, throw it into the sun, and freeze it, causing the Earth to go into a new ice age.
And
what killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age! But explaining where the incel thing comes from. The reason he wants to do that is because if I can't have her, no one can.
If I can't have love, no one can.
Because he can't be with this one woman, he plans to literally destroy all life on Earth.
Commit the ultimate genocide.
Yeah. That's like... Yeah, it's literally just incel behavior turned up to like the absolute extreme. Like, it is the logical conclusion to incel thinking. Like, they conveniently land in London, and conveniently the next place the witch teleports is London.
Londra. For her.
Well, yeah, she calls it Oculus Londra, but that's in the London Eye, apparently. So she creates a purple and green, like, wicked colors looking thing that, like...
It looks like actually just a bubble.
Yeah, it puts her in like a bubble.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is like Glinda the Good Witch is
unlimited.
So what was? Why did she do that again? I don't remember.
To recharge her amulet, I think.
She used the Ferris wheel, that Ferris wheel, somehow using its energy to recharge this magical amulet or gem of sorts. Make that make sense. And with it, teleported them to Egypt.
Yeah, the scene where she does that is like, literally, it sounds like she's making it up as she goes along. She's like, I teleport you to Egypt. Yeah, Egypt.
By air, by sky, now you will fly to Egypt!
And of course, since this film is full of cliches, we of course have the third act breakup.
The mom and the daughter never got along, but they decide to have it feel like a breakup for some reason. And the family all just starts fighting and they all decide to go their separate ways. Oh yeah, and the dad character, once he becomes a Frankenstein, is like a big lunking idiot stereotype.
I hate that.
Why is it that whenever I need you most, you just stand there and you don't say a word?
Literally, Frankenstein's monster is not an idiot. He is not smart. But that's more or less because he doesn't have a lot of experience.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
I don't know what the politically correct term for this is. He's like, they make him mentally,
mentally disabled?
Deficient.
Yeah.
Or like he's like...
You know what we're trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. There were times when I was doing Jack that I actually felt retarded.
Oh yeah, and they make a Mirage joke. That's like the easiest joke they could have possibly made there.
Yeah, the Scooby-Doo franchise did the Mirage joke like this way better.
Yeah, like every story that's taken place in the desert at some point or another has had the part where they see what they think is an oasis, but it actually turns out to be a mirage. And of course they had to go there. But anyway, after they all go their separate ways, the daughter, oh god, this part. The daughter comes across a twister, like a sand twister, and it starts talking to her. You are trespassing in my desert! And then the twister turns into the mummy of a pharaoh.
Imhotep.
What's up?
Their take on Imhotep.
And he, like, starts hitting on her, even though she's supposed to be, like, 16. And kids movie. So remember what we said about how predatory this movie can get? And
That's the first.
That's
not the last time.
And then he tells her that she can also turn into a twister, and then they like have weirdo twister sex.
And so Frankendad actually finds the bus with these models.
Yeah, somehow.
They're in Egypt. That's where they're doing their photo shoot in the desert.
Somehow the hypnosis wore off, I guess.
Yeah. But he saves them, and they take him along with them. And they're doting on him, they're doing all this pampering of him, and then the head lady's like...
Yeah, dude, the casting director lady is, like, super horny for him.
Yeah. And he's not catching on to it either.
And I'm like...
She is another predatory character.
That makes it especially uncomfortable, because he's just not aware of it, because he's, of course, the idiot.
She literally reminded me a little of Mallory Archer.
Yes.
Well, I'll leave you to it. But if you need anything... Well, you know how to whistle, don't you, Conway?
Yep, lips together, blow, got it.
Oh, you are just a little treasure.
Just like horny old lady type of character.
Yeah,
but without the charm or funny or humor.
Yeah, and didn't they cast someone with a similar voice?
But it wasn't her.
Ladies!
Also, she has a square for a chin.
Her design is weird.
Yeah, the square chin is definitely a huge turnoff.
At the same time, Dracula is hypnotizing this woman. Like,
oh, yeah.
with the pills.
There are a couple points in the movie where she gets hungry, i.e. she needs blood. And Dracula is there to give her, like, a pill that satiates her hunger in the same way blood does, but also, like, basically roofies her almost. Like, it doesn't actually knock her unconscious, but she gets all woozy.
She's clearly incapacitated.
And he is, like... trying to seduce her while she's like this. I get that he's a villain and he's not supposed to be a good person, but like this is a children's film. Like he gets super rapey. It's really weird.
Really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's total date rape.
In the midst of that roofie situation, somehow conveniently, the dad and the kids managed to reunite at this like hotel where the dad has been staying at getting pampered, and I believe.
That's when the Egyptian guy shows up and turns into a friggin' beetle.
Scarab beetle,
giant scarab beetle.
And with that comes the most shameless pop culture reference in the entire film.
Oh, yeah.
They had to do the Avengers Hulk smash.
Hulk smash Loki from the Avengers.
Yeah.
And of course, he does Hulk talk because why not?
He also...
Hulk can talk.
One of very few times that this movie actually made us laugh unironically was the part where he is about to get suntanned by casting director lady, and then when he sees the Egyptian guy, he just like, whoa, and just like throws her off.
Yeah.
There actually were a few moments that actually made me chuckle, but that one made us all laugh.
Yeah. There were ironic laughs throughout this movie, but like that was the one of very few unironic laughs.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the Egyptian guy's just gone from the movie from there on out.
Yes, because he gets slingshotted.
Yeah.
A slingshot that has like almost like a delay, even though no one's holding on to it after the Frankenstein monster lets go.
Oh, Baba Yaga transports them to the Buster Sword.
I still don't know what that means.
From Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, I'll take your word.
I know.
It's what Dracula's castle looks like.
Okay.
I know. I'm going deep into a reference. I'm sorry. Baba Yaga takes them to Dracula's castle.
That's where the mom is like jumping on the bed and having visions of her family and flashbacks and stuff.
Yes.
And realizing that, hey, wait a minute, maybe this isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
You think?
No build-up, just a contrived realization.
And I think she's still supposed to be drugged at that point, so I don't know how that works exactly, but whatever. They get, like, chained up in his chaining room. I
And
don't know.
and like
in a
this,
dungeon.
This like
And also the hippie woman.
And he decides to go full Bond villain by leaving this extremely convoluted, elaborate trap rather than just killing them like that.
I wouldn't mind being chained up in a dungeon with Vampire Lady. I'm sorry. I'll say this now. I'm not gonna lie. Her design, Emma's design when she's in vampire mode, actually kind of hot.
Did they just change position from that shot?
I'd like to be with her in multiple positions.
Oh, in the biblical sense.
I totally understand, man.
At the beginning, I was gonna say, "Hey, my second wife."
Sorry, buddy, that one's mine.
It's not a great character design, but it's actually funny enough more appealing than her human design.
Yeah.
Which is
very
funny to
much.
me. Anyways. But yeah, and of course, what saves them all while they're about to be fatally frozen? The power of love.
Yes. He is not exaggerating. All they do is like, it looks like all is lost, but that's okay. We love each other. And they all hug. And the hug causes like magical sparks to start flying everywhere and turn them human again.
Yeah, we are still trying to figure out what the blazes happened there.
It like...
There was no setup to this.
I was saying it makes Wish's ending look competent by comparison. Which, actually, come to think of it, that's debatable. Because in Wish it happened not even because of the power of love. It just happened for no reason whatsoever. Like, everybody just started singing, and then that caused magic beams to flow out of them, and then that caused the bad guy to get sucked into his stupid staff. How does that work? So, they confront Dracula, and he's now in his human bat form.
Which has like a rabbit fur face. Oh, and by the way, also a funny thing, the minions decide to turn on him and help the family escape after the power of love reverts them back to human self.
Yeah, and they do absolutely nothing
after that.
I'm a little bit glad that they didn't decide to, like, revel in these minion knockoff type characters like so many movies after Despicable Me have done. Like, if there's anything I can compliment the movie on, at least they showed restraint in that area.
Because they're not always, like, by his side. Like, they just come once in a while. And they're not too annoying, and the only time they ever really did any... And it's mostly just, again, like, boring slapstick, or just tired jokes that even were tired when the minions did it.
The way they defeat him, too, is one of the 3 bats bounces off the belly of the fat one, ha ha ha, and, like, bites Dracula's fingers before he can do the spell with the snowflake, and he can't do it because his fingers hurt when they touch.
But it's supposed to be dead. Like, how does he have nerve endings?
Yeah,
and how do they swell up?
I don't...
If you want to think if it was like to distract him or just kind of be an inconvenience, but seriously, how does it hurt? This is just ridiculous. And then the fight just barely even lasts.
The fight doesn't even happen.
And also, like, how they defeat him is way too easy. It just makes him look more like an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
his lair has these curtains that let in direct sunlight. So they're not tinted, or it's not just walls, or,
Why
like,
would
you
he
know,
even
screens.
want a window?
Yeah, why wasn't he wearing his protective suit, come to think of it?
And why
'Cause,
is
like,
it now he says wait until then to fight in that lame hybrid form?
Well, and like, he kind of gets... He starts to get defeated by the sunlight. Like, he gets, like, ah! Like, you know, he sees... There are, like, blotches of it on the ground, and he starts getting burned by them. And then what actually ends up defeating him is the mom finds the snowflake and freezes him with it.
Somehow she's able to use it, even though
Not a vampire anymore.
Also, like,
that
also,
way-
is it supposed to be a very specific set of magic or like rhymes you're supposed to say for that thing to work? Like, what
I
is
don't
it?
know.
Like, how does
Yeah,
it
they
work?
need to have him frozen so that way he could become unfrozen so he could be the bad guy in the sequel.
Oh,
If that's the
yeah,
case.
you're probably right. If I'm being honest,
I wouldn't be surprised either.
it kind of has a dance party ending,
Kind of has a dance party ending, but it ends with happy.
as if it weren't blatant enough as to what it was trying to be. Yeah, literally, the song in the ending scene is "Happy" by Pharrell Williams.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
I hope Pharrell at least got paid royalties.
Probably.
He did not.
Oh no, he almost certainly did. There's no way they would have let him use that for free.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of budget went into that song specifically, because there are some licensed songs, but that's the big licensed song of them all. Also, the film opens with indeed a public domain song, so ha. And it's like the most
it's toccata and fugue in D minor.
one of the most overused
vampire music.
organ themes of all time, especially for Dracula, vampire-centric media.
I'm gonna go back in time and stop that song from being written.
That song rules, man.
By
Yeah,
Bach?
it's not that. Yeah, dude.
I'm not really into Bach.
You're not into Bach.
Darren.
It's not like bad music. It's just overused.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that way it won't be overused.
You're a fucking bitch.
So obviously this movie is not good. This is Cartoon Catastrophes after all. It is not. It's. I would consider this movie to be so bad it's good to a certain extent. Like not among. It was more entertaining than Ainbo.
But less than Goldilocks.
No, Goldilocks was worse.
I'm saying, like, less entertaining.
No, not even. At least not for me. No, Goldilocks was worse in every respect. At least I thought so. When we reviewed Hard Kill for To Be Trash, I described it as so bad it's decent. I think this is a step above that. It's so bad it's good, but not so bad it's great.
It's so bad it's passable.
I'd say it's better even than that. It's like it's so bad it's pretty good, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Of all the movies we've watched for To Be Trash and this, where do you think it ranks? Where
as far as good bad entertainment?
Yeah.
Well, probably like bottom of the barrel is like Blind Waters and Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Then slightly above that, I guess Rogue Hostage and Ainbo. And
Ainbo was better than that.
Hard Kill goes below those. Goes below Ainbo and Rogue Hostage, I would say. Then you get to the actually kind of good ones. Like, I would put this above Hard Kill, below Devil Comes to Kansas City. You all want to do scores?
Yeah, I'll do scores. I guess for me, I'd say as a movie, I'd maybe give about 4 out of 10, and for ironic entertainment, I'd say 5 out of 10.
All right. It seems like I was a little bit more entertained by this movie than you guys were. Interesting. But anyway, I'm going to say objective score, 3. Entertainment score, I'm going to go 7.
Oh.
Alright. For myself, well, my genuine score would be a 3. My ironic score is 6.
And I say, there are so much of this movie that could have been good.
But it wasn't.
But it failed. Like, it did the flop.
Everybody do the flop!
It failed hard. In terms of entertainment, I wasn't very entertained. I was more confused. So I'm giving this a 2.5.
For which one?
Entertainment.
Did you give a score for?
No. Ironic value? Like, for ironic value, I'm giving it a 5.
Wait, I'm confused.
My rating of the film is 2.5.
2.5 for the... Okay, so in the video, the red score is 2.5 and the green score is 5. Is that what you mean? Okay, I just want... for future editing me, that's what that means.
I'm bad at words. Future JK.
You need a dictionary.
Okay. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, keep on catastrophizing about cartoons, because that's what we do here. I don't know. That's probably the best catchphrase I've come up with so far.
Keep on cartooning the catastrophes.
Keep preparing for
that
those.
Is worse.
Let us prepare. Sit back and watch us prepare for the next cartoon catastrophe.
Alrighty.
That's not bad. Okay, I might go with that. Goodbye.
Honey, where's that Amazon wife?
glitter target. I think is what it said.
Okay.
That is not what we heard.
You did not hear the first half of that. I'd be thankful.
But that's because it was paused mid-line.
Okay, we're starting
so
to
that's
now.
why.
Yeah.
Right after the
Yo,
ad.
an ad!
Wow.
By Barbie.
Barbie.